Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be playing with, very new to me, acrylic markers. And these markers, you've probably seen them before, but they are Arrtx. I've never used these before, and actually I've never even used acrylic markers in general. It's not something that I do, but they reached out to me and I thought, you know what? Why not? The holidays are coming. I want to play with some new art. And so I said yes. So they did send me these, and I'm going to be giving an honest review. And of course, take everything as I say with a grain of salt, because this is not my art medium. I am pretty proud of what I've done so far. You can see the 4 different landscapes here and all of the colors. It's extremely bright and very vibrant, something I don't typically do. But it has been a really good challenge, to say the least. It has been very different in color blocking, playing with the colors, layering, trying to remember, do I work light to dark or dark to light? All of the things that go with exploring something new. Anyway, they also sent this little watercolor booklet. I did try it with some watercolor and it worked beautifully, but of course, also using the markers with this paper, they tear out, so really great for cards or, I don't know, whatever you want to use it for. As you can see here, there are the cards, and that's what I drew on them. I also did a swatch card in a very small form, and then I also did one in a very big form on some smooth paper. The color line, if you love vibrant colors, then I'm sure you will enjoy these colors. I do wish that they had a bit more earthy tones, but what can you do? I'm very proud of that avocado, by the way. I checked out a book at my local library called Color Snacks, and she's an artist that does all of these food illustrations, so I got inspired to do some food illustrations. So I wanted to paint one sample on a wood round because, again, the holidays are around the corner, and I love a good wood round ornament, and I thought I would explore painting a landscape. Now, this is the first time I'm doing a landscape on a wood round while I'm filming. But I really wanted to show you the fact that I'm learning. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just having fun and playing, and I'm throwing it out there on YouTube for you all to see. So please be kind. The white did not work very well on the wood round. It kind of just soaked right into it. And, that was fine. I just went over it. That's the beauty of these markers or markers in general with the layering. So I just went right over it, no problem. The ink does sink into the wood a little bit, but nothing too bad. It still keeps the vibrancy, as you'll see towards the end of this little mini landscape. And I loved it. I had a lot of fun. I've seen some YouTube videos using acrylic markers on wood rounds, and I think for me I just need some practice. I definitely need some practice with color matching. Again, these are very vibrant, very pigmented, almost neon a little bit, and that's not a bad thing, but it is challenging for someone like me who uses mostly very earthy tones. But it was really wonderful to explore because, again, going back to the color blocking, I never, do art that way. I don't paint that way. I don't do anything. So that was really good for me to experience doing that or freshening up doing that, because I know we've, all explored that when we were kids in school. But yes, so anyway, I'm just playing with different colors. I would list the numbers, but honestly, I was just grabbing different colors, and this is not a video to take advice from me because I'm very much a newbie. I do not know what I'm doing. Please let me emphasize that enough. And so anyone out there who is an artist, you know, who does markers, I'm sure this is a bit cringy, but I had a lot of fun. I'm really proud of my little landscapes that I did, and hopefully it inspires you that, you know, whatever you're starting, if you're starting watercolor and you see another artist out there doing things that you want to do, just know that they had to start somewhere. I will definitely continue picking up these markers and playing because they're really they're a lot of fun, and they're very different than what I'm used to doing. So you all know, if you're on my channel, I'm a watercolor artist, specifically a landscape artist, but the other form of art that I do is actually digital art. So I do a lot of landscape digital art, not to sell or anything like that, just for me. So, you know, this is very much new. I'm picking up different greens. Some of the greens don't work, so I'll pick up another green. I'm just not familiar enough with it enough to know which shades will work well when I overlap them. So, but again, the beauty of it is that I can layer it. So, and they definitely work differently on different surfaces. So if I were to do this on paper, it would not disappear so quickly, at least not all of the colors. And I'm just doing little lines for trees, little blobs for grasses. Again, I just don't have the technique where I've seen how some artists using acrylic markers can do that really cool and intricate color blocking and details. Yeah, I'm just not there yet. And to finish it up, I decided to do a couple little birds. And that was it. Really simple. I think it looks beautiful from further away. The closer you get, the more you can see those blobs, but it's totally fine. The next one is taking one of those little cardstocks from the watercolor booklet that they sent me. And of course, everything is going to be in the description below as far as all of the links, no matter where you are around the world. And of course, it being Black Friday and, you know, the sales, you know, any of those things, all of the information will be in the description. Now, this landscape went a little wonky, and I don't think I started off with the right color. I could have gone back in, but I decided, no, I'm just going to go with it and see it through, and either it will turn out or it won't. I'm not so sure if it did, but it's all good. I decided to move forward with it and show you anyway. But I took this taupey color, and I really wanted to have a very dark and moody sky, but it's okay. It wasn't the right shade. And I decided to take quite a few greens and layer them with my trees. So you can see I'm just doing little I don't even know what you would say, back and forth squiggly motions to make a tree. And it's fine if you just kind of do a big old glob, because you can go back in with a lighter shade and add in more detail, which has been really fun for me because we can't really do that in watercolor. Not if you're going to go right in with a dark, a dark shade of color, just because it is watercolor. And I just did a row of trees. Going in with a lighter color now. And just some fun facts about these markers. According to their website, they do say that you can use a variety of surfaces, and of course we're doing it on paper as you see here, and the wood round from before, but you can paint or use these markers on fabric and canvas and plastic. So I'm really curious to see how they'd work on ornaments, and also metal. I don't know if I'd ever use metal, but if that's of interest to you, then of course you could try that out. So I thought that was really interesting. Let me know, do you have these markers? Have you tried their markers? They have so many different sets on their website. It is honestly a bit overwhelming for someone who is so new, but there is quite a few colors to choose from. but let me know in the comments below. And then the big tree that I have right here in the front, I decided to turn this into a festive tree because we're right around the corner from Christmas. And I thought, why not? Let's go ahead and make that tree the star of the show. I sped this up a little bit because I'm doing the exact same thing, and I think at this point it's probably pretty boring for you. But I'm just adding that white, the white that disappeared into the wood. You can see it's popping out a little bit more, going over the actual color, and then of course it being on paper. To give a little bit of definition, I added in some white lines to bring back the trunks a little bit, and then of course I just finish it off with just the movement of the back and forth. And there's no right or wrong. It's, I don't even know, kind of not quite abstract, but it's very loose. And of course, little baubles or ornaments of different colors to kind of bring it to life and to hopefully make that tree pop a little bit more. And if you feel like it's a total fail and you're making a winter scene, I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe tomorrow when I wake up, I'll look at it and think it's great. But I added some splattering of snow. And you can use bleed-proof white, you could use gouache. Really, it is, depends on what you have and what you want to do. But I don't know. Let me know. Do you think it's horrible? Do you like it? I'm pretty proud of what I've accomplished. Again, these are my very first landscapes I've ever done in acrylic markers. And so I don't think they're half bad. But either way, they're out there on YouTube for you all to see. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining me today. And thank you, Artix, for sending me these. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care. Bye.